PowerPoint lesson, we're going to talk about how do we find free fonts and then how do we download them onto our computer to use them. So first of all, make sure that your Microsoft Word is closed and your PowerPoint is closed, completely quit and out of it. So that when we download our fonts, we have to reopen our PowerPoint in order for that font to be there. So there are many different places you can find free fonts. A great place to start is my Pinterest board, where I've got a lot of different fonts, borders, and clip art that are free, specifically geared to education. Another great website would be 1001 Fonts, where you can type your text, see what it might look like, and then try to find one. My particular favorite is DaFont, because it has the fonts listed in specific categories. Now, just because I'm using a Mac, you can download fonts similar for HPs as well, and you'll just follow the prompts when you want to find something that's downloaded. A great script to follow might be School, depending upon what you're trying to create. Notice this particular one, if you're having students practice their writing skills, this might be a perfect one to use since it has the grid lines on there. Take a moment to look through them. Here's another one where they could practice their writing using cursive. And you could have pre-words there. Perhaps the students might want to create something and write over the words, giving them practice. Another one, a directional one. Many different options. We have fraction. Take a moment to look through all the different possibilities. So I'm going to try to find one. I like the handwritten ones. Something that might be fun to use. Let's say trying to find one that I like, thinking of how I'm going to use it in our next video. I kind of like this one here. So when I'm ready to download, I'll click download. We want to open the file. They'll all be in zip files. Once it's open, you'll see the folder. You'll see the folder that says README. So it talks a little bit about the terms of use. Notice that this one can only be used for personal use. And if you want to purchase a commercial license, if you were going to use this particular font in, let's say, a teacher pay teachers, you would want to contact the shop directly as listed here so that you could purchase a commercial use for it. I'm really interested in this tt.ttf portion so that I can actually install the font. Notice that it says it's not installed yet, so I don't have this one. So I'm going to install the font. And notice it's popped up, and these are all the other fonts at which I have started. What's really great on Macs is that you can create your own collection. So to create your own collection, you right-click using your mouse and click New Collection. And let's call this one a test as an example. With this test, I'm able to drag and drop any of my frequently used fonts here. So I go to all my fonts, I find the one I just downloaded, I click and drag and drop it into my test. I have another one, another collection called Harmony. These are the ones that I typically like to use quite frequently. I'm also going to put this little sunshine in this one as well. So when I open up my PowerPoint and I look for a font, I don't have to scroll through hundreds of them to find them if I have ones that I particularly like. Okay. Also, a great website is called wordmark.it. This will show you all the different fonts. If you type in a word, let's say I type in my name. When I click enter, these are all the different fonts that are on my computer so I can see what it might look like. Because depending upon what I'm doing, I might want to have a certain look or feel to that word. So instead of typing the word and changing the font, I can see all the different fonts that are on my computer moving forward so that I can choose the one that I like the best. Okay. And again, that's wordmark.it. Once I have my font downloaded, I'm going to open up PowerPoint. When I open up PowerPoint, again, I'm going to start a blank presentation. I'm also going to change my page setup to letter paper and up and down. And then finally change the layout to a blank page. Now when I insert my text, I'm going to put a text box here. When I go find my font, notice that the very top one I see is font collections, and I can see right away there's my test, and there's the one that I had chosen earlier. A little sunshine font. Again, we can change how big it is and whatnot. Now go find some fun fonts before you move on to the next lesson.